Join me on the first half of our 350-ish mile journey as we traverse the twisting path of the St. Johns River, from its quiet upper reaches to the bustling heart of Jacksonville. What does it take to navigate one of Florida's most dynamic waterways? From engine troubles and bad weather to the ever-changing river landscapes, the journey was anything but ordinary.
Hazard, tornado, radar indicated rotation, impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter.
The St. Johns River offers a unique boating challenge that changes with every mile. Equipped with tools and resilience, I tackled unexpected repairs and reveled in the natural beauty of Florida's famed waterway. From serene springs to city skylines, follow the expedition as I discover the hidden gems of the St. Johns River. What's up, folks? We are embarking on a massive adventure. I just launched on the St. Johns River at C.S. Lee boat ramp on Highway 46, and we have a 350-mile journey to do all the way north to Jacksonville, Florida, and then back down to Titusville, Florida. Slow down, this ain't no race track! And I need to get out there and channel these boys coming in. If you can't tell, it's almost dark. It's been a long day for me. I had a lot of trouble finding a place to park my truck and trailer for the duration while I'm going to be gone for 5 or 6 days, however long this is going to take. But I finally found a spot thanks to Custom Ginu, and now we're out on the St. Johns River. We're just going to kind of putt till we find somewhere to drop anchor for tonight because it is late. Right now I'm just creeping along up the river a little ways. The boat ramp was just south of some big old lake. We're south of Cow Island, which is right at the mouth of the first lake we have to go through. But we're not going to go through that tonight. I'm about to find a spot to anchor somewhere right up in here where the river is widened a bit. Oop, that was the horn. Shut her down. There's a freaking cow. I heard something walking over in the bushes. There's a cow over there, though. Well, it's fantastic to be settled in and starting this adventure. I can't tell you how excited I am. I hope you guys are too. I'm probably going to cut this up into, I don't know, 2 or maybe 3 different videos because we're going to be out here for like 5 or 6 days. So that's a lot. You know, one of my favorite things about getting on the boat and knowing I'll be here for a few days, that is taking my shoes off. And in most cases, that's me taking off my earth runners, because I know that over the next several days, I'm not going to have to wear any shoes for a while. You know, there's a lot of bugs that are attracted to this light. It's been a long day. We have a long trip ahead of us. I'm going to go ahead and turn in, and I will see you guys in the morning. We have a lot to do. Long way to go. Lot to see. I'm going to get a good night's rest. I'll see you all in the morning. It's a beautiful morning to put some miles behind us. Before getting underway, I'm going to move my anchor line to a stern cleat and let the boat face the direction we're heading out. As she swings around, we'll fire her up and get our electronics turned on before pulling the anchor completely. .720 and we are off. We have Lake Harney up here is the first one to cross, and there are several large lakes that will be in our path. Now I've got to navigate this out of here because there's a lot of shallow water around here. Looks like a little shoal right up there I need to avoid. Rule of thumb in a river, when you're coming around a bend, stay toward the outside of the bend and you're usually in deeper water. Oh no, that's a bunch of bait fish right there. Yeah, a lot of little like minnows or shads or something are hitting the top of the water right there. Man, I bet you catch some fish right there, boy. Yep, right there, big old school. Not knowing the waterway, and since we aren't in a major rush, I take my time heading out to the lake. This guy has his Ginu anchored up fishing, and I do love those boats and always said, I need 2 boats, my Sea Dory and a Ginu. As we creep out into the lake, I'm not the only one up getting the day started and enjoying this beautiful morning. Coming out into Lake Harney, the water is really shallow. So I get into the lake, probably because where this river dumps out kind of makes like a lot of sediment will kind of fall out of it, maybe, that's what I'm guessing. But we're at 1.6 feet under the hull. That's all we've got. That is not much. And there is no channel, there's no markings out here, so we're kind of just, I don't know, pointing it and watching my depth gauge, and I can kind of, I don't know, go the direction where it's getting deeper. It's 2 foot now, so I think we're going the right direction. Once we get here a little bit farther, it shows some deeper water, and we'll open up and get across this lake. Okay, well, there went a boat. Appears that's the way I should have gone. Hey, these are uncharted waters for us. That's what makes it fun. 1-3. That's why we're here, right? We're learning. Come on, we want to see 1-4. We're trying to get right up there where it's a little bit deeper. Come on, come on. Hey, there we go. We're making progress. Thank goodness the sea door only drafts like 8 inches herself. Then with the motor, I don't know, probably another 10 inches or more right now. I've got it trimmed up a little bit. We could run pretty shallow. Something's up with my engine. Maybe there's something on it, I hope. Shoot. Nothing's on it. It's running weird. I just did a service on it. I gotta think of what I might have messed up. Bad news. Hopefully it's not that bad news. I gotta figure this out. Oh man, I'm worried. So my initial diagnosis is nothing obvious, but it acted like one of the pistons wasn't firing, so maybe one of my spark plug boots weren't on all the way. It's shaking more than normal. Something ain't right. Alright, we'll put out the anchor. So I've been running her for a few minutes, like on and off. Yesterday, and then this morning she was running really good. And then now she's not. She's running on 2 cylinders or 3 cylinders or something. But every once in a while, she'll run smooth for a second or maybe 5 seconds and then go back to running bad. I think I'm gonna put back to where I was, where I had phone service, and call my father-in-law, who is a genius at outboards, and see if he can tell me if I screwed something up when I did the service on it at his shop just a week or so ago. Just got off the phone with my father-in-law, said 95% chance it's just a fouled spark plug. Okay, that's not too bad. It just sucks that I'm out here in the lake and I'm far from my truck. My truck's not even back at the launch, and those spark plugs can be tricky to find. So that means I have to call Uber and all that good stuff again. And I'll be a day behind. Got the boat secured. Now I have to get an Uber or hitchhike back to where my truck is. The problem is almost no service here, and I can't get the Uber app to open. Let me go up this little bitty hill and hope it works. Hey, what do you know? It looks like it works. All right, Uber's ETA is 14 minutes. It's like a $30 ride. Man, and really not too concerned about the extra time this issue is taking me. It's the money. It sucks. But I did go ahead and put on my happy hat. So I have to like people now. I have to be in a good mood, which I'm in an okay mood. Uber's here. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for coming to get me, George. You George?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to find some spark plugs. I was wondering if you had some in stock.
Okay. Hang on for me.
I'm from the country and I like it that way. Alright, advance auto parts, here we come. We'll say I did a jam up parking job right there in this little bitty parking lot. We're gonna need a wallet. Yeah, these things are like $10 a piece and we need 8 of them. We only need 4, but by golly, we're getting 8 just in case this happens again. $90 later, we're done. Man. Now we make our way back to the boat with our fingers crossed that we'll be getting underway today and not packing up and heading back to Alabama. Fortunately, changing spark plugs is one of the easiest things you can do. This is a 4-cylinder motor, so we have 4 to remove and replace. Looks clean to me, but whatever. All right, plug wires are correctly plugged in. Oh, here's the moment of truth, y'all. We need this to work, you guys. We need this to work. Sounds good. Thank you, Lord. But the party's not over yet. I still gotta take my truck back and then Uber back to here. It's never easy. Never! I don't think. Well, sometimes it's easy. I made it back to the boat, ready to give it another shot. And we have 4 extra plugs we're gonna have on board just in case. And I'll put them in one of my new upgrades. Here's a perfect spot for them. You guys remember these little pouches I made in my last video? They're cool. We're gonna give this one more try, folks. We got a 350-mile adventure ahead of us. At least I hope so. We got our fingers crossed that we do. She's running strong right now. This time, I know the river here better, so we get up on plane, headed out to the lake, and make up some time. Now, take a mental note of the size of the river here. It's fairly narrow and changes quite a bit over the next 160 or so miles. But we make it out into the lake and cross the nearly 4-mile stretch to get back into the river. The water's pretty shallow and I have no channel markers really. There's a couple PVC pipes here and there, but I don't really know what they're marking. So I'm kind of guessing and really watching my depth gauge, and I'm ready to back off if I need to. I'm doing good so far. All right, we've got 15.7 miles under our belt today. That's officially how much progress we've made to our destination. That doesn't count yesterday and this morning. We come to our first no-wake zone at Lemon Bluff, and then after that I'm reading signs, it's 25 miles an hour. That is probably due to manatees. Let's see here. 25 mile an hour maximum idle speed, no wake, wind flooded. We're probably cruising at, I'm going about 16 knots. No, was it 15? I don't know. the end of Lake Monroe, we got a few bridges here. This is some interstate. I don't know which one it is. And then a highway up here. Then it appears to be a train bridge. And it looks low, but probably not too low for us. We'll see. So if we have 10 feet, maybe 8 feet, we'd be okay. So I'm watching here on the side of the bridges. This first bridge, you've got about 47 foot of clearance currently. The second bridge, oh, looks like 8 feet, maybe 9 feet. That's close for us. Yeah, we're gonna be really close. I think we're gonna clear it though. Fortunately, the wind's pushing us that way, so I'll sit here and let us drift in neutral for a minute until we get closer, and I'll make a final judgment call. We got 9 foot of clearance, so we should be fine. I'll go straighten the boat up though. Really, I can get us right about to it and then stop. We'll just go up there right now, take a quick peek. We're gonna make it if we stay out of the middle. Just friggin' barely. I mean, just barely. I don't know how close that was, but it was pretty close. We gambled and won. And the bridge actually had a slight arch to the underside of it, so that 9 foot reading is at the lowest point. So in the middle, you know, it might have been a foot higher or 6 inches higher. So we had a little extra room. But I don't know how close it was. I can't wait to see the footage on that. That was... So now we're actually getting to a point in the river where I'd been before on my skiff years ago, filming a video. And I went right up in there, and there's a restaurant, a place with a pool and stuff that I came and checked out. But after that, it's going to be mostly new territory. Something else that's an extra hurdle for us, there are going to be a lot of manatee areas where it could be slow speed, minimum wake. So we're going to read these signs very carefully before we proceed. It says, okay, good. Manatee zone, slow speed, minimum wake, out of marked channel, 25 miles an hour in the marked channel. Idle speed when flooded. So if we're within the channel, we can run under 25 miles an hour. That is a good thing. Well, it's time for my daily dose of goodness, and a thank you to LMNT for sponsoring this adventure, helping make it happen. It would be tough for me to describe how much enjoyment I get out of a simple packet of LMNT. It's not just the refreshing flavors that, for me, turns 36 ounces of water into something delicious, but it's the fact that I know I'm doing my body some good with the 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. No sugar and no dodgy ingredients. It doesn't matter. You could be an athlete or a stay-at-home parent and you could still benefit from being properly hydrated with salt, which, as it turns out, isn't bad for you, as was the general belief. It's actually the opposite. If you're already on the LMNT train, keep it up. You're doing your body a favor and avoiding other drinks that aren't doing you any favors. If you haven't tried LMNT yet, I encourage you to do so. Head over to drinklmnt.com/TripSmith and you'll get a free sample pack of LMNT with any drink mix order, where you will be sure to find a flavor or two you enjoy. And I want to thank you for supporting those who support the channel. Right now we're creeping up on Blue Springs State Park, popular place for manatees. Last time I was here, you couldn't swim in there because of the manatees. It's unfortunate, because I'd like to swim in the spring. But we got my LMNT now. I'm getting hungry. We're about to crack into some... Oh! Did he just do it? He just spilled sardine juice in the boat, on his boat carpet. Ow! Urgh! Get carried away by the loop. I got carried away. Now I'm nasty. Whatever, we got to put these things back. Golly. Whatever. Nothing I can't clean up. What's up, bruh? Man, killer mullet, man, killer. Right now we're 38.7 miles in. That's pretty good. And the wind is kicking, y'all. Camera doesn't show it, but the wind's blowing me around a little bit, especially when I slow down like this. Tomorrow the wind's supposed to be even stronger, and I have Lake George to tackle today or tomorrow. Or I want to try to get to Silver Glen Springs or Salt Springs today. Probably Silver Glen. That way we can tackle Lake George in the morning when it's calm. I can't believe I spilled sardine juice. There's a lot of boats around me, but, or a couple. We can still clean up just a little bit. Oh, I gotta get a B-roll shot of Blue Springs and not run over the kayaker. Who just stopped in front of me? Don't worry about it. Yeah, back paddle right into me, brother. There you go. There you go. Make it move. Mickey had no idea I was here. This up here looks like a big old tugboat or something. What is that? That's interesting. I don't think that was here when I was here last. When was that? So, what was that, like 3 years ago maybe? I don't know, but I do know that right here in this lake, Beresford Lake, and we have Pontoon Island right here on our port side, this is where I drove my first Sea Dory 22. Well, it wasn't this one, but I came down here to a Sea Dory rendezvous and got to see them for the first time and got to drive one, and I knew, man, I gotta have one of those boats. And the rest is history. Somebody's down in there digging. There's a freaking backhoe in there digging. Let's have a look at our fuel situation. So we are doing around, I don't know, it could be 350 miles or so when it's all said and done. We have 50 gallons, about 55 gallons of fuel on board in 2 tanks. Looks like my starboard tank is almost halfway empty. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my port tank to even out the weight. Now, I'm not 100% certain on my fuel usage, but I think it's about 5 miles per gallon is what I'm gonna estimate for this trip. I've gone 50 miles so far. So that would be 200, yeah, that's about 250 miles per tank, which is, no, I think I figured 225, something. The farther we go, the better we'll be able to estimate our fuel consumption. Hopefully we only have to fill it once, because boat dock gasoline is expensive. We're getting close to Lake George. Still have, I don't know how many miles. We still got a ways to go. That's okay, that's what we're here for, is to go and explore. And that's what we're doing, and to learn, and to overcome whatever obstacle may be put in our way. And you know, someone commented on my Instagram story, they said, what'd they say? It was Liz Carter-Graves. She said, a bad beginning makes for a great ending. There is no doubt that the greater the challenge, the greater the reward. But I have come to realize in life, if things are too easy or too safe, it's not as much fun. So here we go, we're having fun. That's for sure. Oh, the last 24 hours have been a doozy. We have ground beef with a little bit of tomato sauce and seasoning. Spaghetti without the pasta. salad and a lot of this, then some jerky and other small snacks. But I'm okay with eating the same thing like all the time. So it's so easy for me. We're coming into the large Lake George. You can barely see to the other side. It's quite a ways over there. The last time I was here, I was on a skiff, and it was dicey out there. It was really rough. It was crazy. Today looks much more calm. From what I know about the lake, it does have a reputation of getting very nasty. Slow speed, minimum weight, and we're coming out into this big water. All right, fine. I'll slow down. Ooh, stay in the channel, Trip. You know, I'm trying to reason the purpose of this thing. I mean, all I can maybe think of is to control shoaling, maybe? I mean, it marks I guess the mouth of the river where it comes out into the lake, but I don't know what the point is. It's not to tie barges up to, because it's right in the channel. I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I would love to know. Looks like the water's clearing up. Oh yeah. Ah. Look at all the freaking boats up in here. Beautiful. I mean, for the most part, other than all these boats and stuff back here that I'm pretty sure no one lives on. And this one over here, somebody lives on it, apparently. He's got a generator running. I think he was here last time, but all these other boats, I don't think they were here last time. And there's so many, like, I don't know, it's like they had to put a channel coming in here to keep boats from clogging it up. Because you can't anchor in the channel, because on the weekends I'm sure they would just anchor everywhere and just block it up. They've got different poles and stuff up, and a lot of crap in the swimming area. It's just, I don't know, it saddens me that we as humans, people, can't respect the area enough where those who think they have the power or have the power to protect it from us. It's sad to see like this. I am glad I'm here though, because one of you guys told me, I don't know if you messaged me on Argo or on Instagram, I think it was Argo, you said that you hope I'm coming here because pretty soon this place may not be open to boats, and well, quite frankly, I can kind of see why. That's very unfortunate, but I don't know, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to hold my tongue in what I'm wanting to say, but god dang it, man, we can do better than this. Well, regardless, there's still some beautiful crystal clear water right over there. Let's go hop in. I need a bath anyway. You know, it's been way too long. Trip bill! Woo! It's a little too shallow. I don't care, I had to do it. All right. things are massive. pretty good. Little mirror. Already kind of chilled out for a few minutes. It's been a long 2 days. Turn on a little music for a minute. Now I'm gonna have something to eat. I don't need much. So I've got 3 of those packs of the ground beef. 1 big massive pack of chicken salad. It's mostly chicken, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of sweet relish, some salt, and some paprika. But it's an easy boat meal, especially when you have a refrigerator on board. Solar panels on top. I don't have to worry about power. I think I was to 100% today by probably about like 1 o'clock or so, because I added that extra solar panel in my recent video. So now we got like 300 watts up on the roof. And I totally forgot I had something special to eat that I didn't eat today. I know a lot of y'all didn't see that prep video, but I already gave a little sneak peek of this. This is preserved seal meat, and we're going to eat this tomorrow. I wanted to eat it today, but I forgot. And speaking of tomorrow, I got on my navigation app, which I'm using Argo. If you guys don't know, I know there's a lot of people that are on here already because you saw my other video and you're actually following me. So like you can see where the boat's at, how fast I'm going, where I've been, like live in real time for free on this app. So it's actually pretty darn cool. But it also does a lot of other things, like it actually planned this whole trip for me and gave me my mileages and stuff. So right now I can look and I like let AI plan a route for me from my current location to basically like downtown Jacksonville. And it is 84 nautical miles. At my boat's average speed, it'll take me about 6 hours, but tomorrow might be a little slower because we'll be in bigger and open water. But we do want to stop off at Salt Springs, just north of here, so we probably won't quite make it to Jacksonville tomorrow. We don't have to worry about shallow water. Hopefully we don't have to worry about boat problems either. And we probably won't need fuel tomorrow. We'll need that the next day. All right. Let my old classic Wayland play. It ain't really me. Let's get the play next. Oh, look, Keith Whaley, baby. Woo! Yeah. Woo! That's good there. Sing it, boy. Oh yeah. Man, hot dog. All right, I got to go. Look out, fellas. Well, the sun has gone down, so we have turned into bug mode, anti-bug mode. Close the door and close the screens. Now we're gonna kind of get rid of them because there's some in here. So I just usually use my all-purpose rag, which I use for everything. And we just start taking them out, man. Slowly take them out. I do have a secret weapon that I will deploy when the time is right, but I usually do that for house flies. If you guys have seen my videos before, you know how much those friggin' house flies get on my nerve because they bite like mosquitoes, or worse than mosquitoes, but during the friggin' day. So I'm checking my Instagram messages, and Josh Compton Fishing, he said, "The Glen's a great spot. Be safe tonight with this storm moving in, brother." I said, "Storm, huh? First I've heard of it." So let me look it up. I mean, I saw there was a little bit of wind coming, but I don't know. Let's see just what it's going to be. I can actually just go straight to my Argo app. Let's see here. It's evening, 12 knots. Overnight, 10 knots. What's the next day? 12 knots today, 18 knots tomorrow. Yeah, I don't see anything too serious. I think I'm going to be okay. Storm. Watch me get blown away. Now I'm looking on WeatherBug for Jacksonville. 97% chance of rain, 1.28 inches of rain, one spike of rain. So it could be a pretty good line maybe coming through. So I'll just try to pay attention to that and just be ready for it. I mean, we're on the water. I mean, pretty safe in a boat, really and truly. You just gotta know where to put the boat. So I go outside to finish brushing my teeth, and freaking fish are jumping like crazy. God. Oh man. Thousands. Okay. Lost a little shad. And there's something going after him. Not too bad of a flashlight. That's my Olight Warrior X. I've got a new one to try. This one is from Nightcore, and it's the EDC 33. A little smaller, a little lighter. And it has some unique features, I guess. Still pretty bright. Actually, it's super bright, but that's turbo mode. So you got, what's that, high, low, medium, high, and turbo. Pretty good. This one's cool though, because you can see the battery level right there with the 4 lights. We're full. It's on low right now, and you can recharge this simply with a USB-C, which is very convenient because that's pretty much what everything else charges with. My phone, my camera batteries, my camera, my other Nightcore headlamp. So I really like things that charge with USB-C. And this thing is working pretty well. Oh, and another important feature, it has a lock on it. So sometimes I actually do have a problem when I put like a large or a small light somewhere. Sometimes I come back and they're dead, and I'm pretty sure it's because they turned on accidentally. Because when I throw it in my gear, I never know what's going to happen with it, but a simple switch to lock it, and you have no worries about that. On, off, lock, doesn't work. And I have been kind of favoring the Nightcore stuff lately anyway, so I was happy that they sent this out for me to give it a try. I really prefer not to drink anything before bed, but oh, the LMNT is so good. I got a late start on it, so time to apply my mouth tape and go to bed. We have a big day tomorrow. Well, all our days are big days. Good night. Good morning. I slept pretty good last night. Noticed that I've got a spot on my pillowcase here. That's where I swatted a bug at some point and it fell down and it's nasty on my pillowcase. I'll have to wash that today. Oh, it's a pretty beautiful morning-ish. I don't know, we got some weather to contend with. We're going to have a talk about that and the plan. But let me tidy up a little bit first, because, you know, still. Which way the wind's? What? That's where it's supposed to be blowing this morning. Is it really blowing that direction? It's forecasted to be blowing out of the southwest or the south right now, but that feels like the north. Let's check our windy app, because that is going to have a bearing on the conditions on Lake George this morning. Looks like we should be good to go to Salt Springs this morning, other than whatever this weather is that's coming through, which I guess I should take a look at that too, which I did last night, and it's, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad to me. I'm going to top my water off, and we'll just make a break for Salt Springs. It's about 6.5 miles or so to the little, I don't know, I guess you call it the spring run. And the weather's going to be coming in around midday, so if we can be done at Salt Springs, out of Salt Springs, and up in the St. Johns River, maybe somewhere protected, whenever the weather comes through, that'll probably be our best bet. So that's the plan. We'll see how it plays out. Need to raise my antenna up. I left it down after that bridge yesterday. go. Oh, sunshine. It truly was a beautiful sunrise this morning with the sun peeking through the clouds. Then there was another boat out here. I'd call it a rarely loved boat, maybe? I don't know, I could be wrong. But it was good to get rolling this morning, and seeing all the wildlife out here just makes me smile. We're out here and it's not looking too bad. A little bit of chop, but nothing, certainly nothing we can't handle. Nice and easy this morning. Salt Springs should be dead ahead. The entrance is hidden though, pretty well. Me having never been here before, if I didn't have a chart, it'd be hard to find. I just took a closer look at the weather, and the weather's supposed to start at 10-ish, maybe run till 1 or 2-ish, and there's a tornado watch, and that's some decent winds forecasted, a lot of rain. So I'm probably going to just stick it out in here. That way I don't have to rush at Salt Springs. Then if I were to get out at a decent time, by the time I get somewhere safe, I could already be in the middle of it, and that's just not a smart thing to do. And this is a good spot to hold up, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're finally making it up to Salt Springs, and apparently that, I don't know, mile or so that I thought was no wake wasn't. So I just wasted like, I don't know, it seemed like forever. Probably 30 minutes or more to get back here. But the weather's really starting to pick up out there. It's gonna be exciting. I'm going to batten down the hatches here in a little bit. We're looking at Salt Springs over there in the background. And right here is like the Salt Springs Marina or something. And there's some bathrooms over there that I'm gonna utilize. Whenever the weather gets a little worse though, I'll probably move out to the middle a little bit. So before I swim to shore, I want to show you this new piece of gear that I got at I think it was the Miami Boat Show. It's a Yugo like phone case with a zipper. I haven't used it yet, but at their little display setup, they had one. If there was a diver who was like filming it 60 feet or something. Let's see. It works. Can you touch through it? Come on. Ugh. Oh wait, well you should be able to touch through it. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Apparently it doesn't work that well. Got too much air in it maybe? Okay, I'm pushing a little harder now. Okay, there we go. It's working. So I'll just use this to go ashore. Of course, the phone's not going to be easy using these. I mean, what do I expect? But I expected to keep my phone dry. I do need some shoes. Water's probably gonna be a little cold today. No sun, the wind's blowing. I'm gonna be freezing in the bathroom. Oh, I think it's what, 3 feet here. Ah, trip dip. Woo. Let's see. I don't think it's that salty. But this is Salt Springs because it's actually salty. Somebody told me. I don't know how it's salty. He said like the theory is that years ago Florida was underwater and a lot of salt water from the oceans went down into the aquifer. Maybe. I don't know. Some crazy things that have happened in our world that I'll leave it at that. Hey, what is this? Oh, is this spring water here? What do they call these? An artisan spring? Smell it. That's cool. Ooh, there's a sign. Caution, water from this spring is not tested or treated. Persons using this water do so at their own risk or something like that. Tastes good to me. So I clamped the camera to the ladies' bathroom, and a guy up there said, "That's the ladies." I didn't think I was going in there. I really just want to get a shot of me going into the men's room, but here it is. Now the shot doesn't quite make as much sense, but I was trying to get some good shots. Oh man, I forgot to put the ladder down. It is a little salty. Ooh, it's gold. Yo, muscle up. Now I'll get dried off and we'll get something to eat. How about that seal meat? Let's dig in. This is gonna be fun. I did go ahead and move us out into the middle of this little lagoon, I guess you could call it. Just because whenever things start to pick up, I just don't want to be concerned or thinking about, oh man, we might go into the bank there. Give us more swing room. I could put out more line, more road, which makes your anchor work better, although it's only like 4 feet here, so. What's it gonna smell like? Now, I was told by my buddy Andrew, who gave me this, that it tastes like fish, because they eat a lot of fish. I wonder if it'll smell like fish. Smells like rust right now. There it went. Smells like a beef heart or deer heart. All this is pre-cooked, although it is pretty red, as you can see. Looks like a good texture, like tuna. I think I got a piece of fat. That's my first bite, so it's kind of like hard jello. It's good. Yeah, it's a lot like tuna. Ooh, is that a bone? Yeah, it is a bone. It's a little bit of seal bone. Too hard to eat. The consistency is like heart, like a good real meat. I don't know, kind of like heart and tuna mix. Flavor is heart. A little bit rich, but not rich like liver. Maybe a little fishy, like you said. Ooh, is that a big bone piece? Yeah, let's get this out. Is that like vertebrae? No way. Let's see. Look at that. And there's this jelly stuff in there. Hey, let me backstrap, baby. This is so cool. Very unique flavor. Thank you. This is good sustenance. Well, there we go. That's breakfast. I've collected quite a few bones. Actually, I had to eat my can of sardines to give you something to collect the bones in, but there's more bones than I would have expected in there. And now that's a bad thing. It's actually interesting, when you get one and you get to inspect it, because there were a lot of vertebrae bones and a lot of cartilage and stuff in there, so that was really cool. Collagen, that's the word I was thinking of earlier. Collagen, gelatinous in the joints and stuff like that. All that's good for you. So, man, how fun. All right, we should be getting some weather. It's 11:20. It finally decided to start raining. I was beginning to think that things were wrong. All right, apparently it's hitting. Right about. Man, I bet that lake out there is calm. Man, this is a joke. Better watch out for that weather. You got some bad weather coming. Hey, man, you heard about that weather? Hey, man. Something better, come on. And eventually it did start to rain at a good steady pace with a mild breeze. These times on the boat are actually enjoyable for a short time as things slow down and the surroundings look different than they do when the sun is shining. It's a little more like it. Although I mean, it's nothing bad. It's just decent rain, lightning and thunder off in the distance. Nothing really to be concerned with at this point. I did get my rain jacket out. It's a good, you know, this is a new rain jacket, and it's actually a waterproof jacket. It's not water resistant like most rain jackets that I've used. Actually, basically all my rain jackets I've used in the past. This one is not going to wet out. It's not breathable, which is okay. I think that's a joke anyway, kind of, sort of, because if it's raining like this, why do I need it to be breathable? To get the moisture, the high humid air that's inside my jacket out? No, if I'm wearing this jacket, the humidity level outside is probably 100%. And then if it's not raining and I need some ventilation, I can unzip it if I'm getting too hot, or I can take it off. Whenever I wear a rain jacket, I just want to stay dry. That's why I'm wearing it. So I don't want water to soak through it. It's a Grundon's jacket. They sent it to me, and it's actually stretchy, so it's pretty comfortable. I wore it on a fishing trip. I was catching sailfish, or caught a sailfish like a week ago down in Boca Raton, and I wore this jacket, and it was fantastic. And so now I'll get it out just in case I got to go timber the anchor or something or not. Got it just in case. Or if I'm cold, this is also going to be like my warm jacket too. So I'll just layer under it if it's super cold. So something about the Sea Dory is she doesn't have a self-bailing cockpit. So whenever you get rain and things like this that are happening, you get a lot of water down in the cockpit. And it's just one of those things you just learn to live with. With a simple flip of a switch, bilge pump, which is right under here, turns on, and it sucks all the water out. There. Oh, and all the trash goes with it too. Problem solved. So apparently just a few miles to the south, there is a tornado. Like, just a few miles.
Palm Springs, Juniper Springs, Citra, Lynn, and Lake Delancey. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm. At 12:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Crescent City, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur.
What about little boats, man?
Sea damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Palm Coast and Bunnell around.
So I think it's already gone from us. Told you wasn't gonna be anything. Still raining a little bit, so we'll let this kind of finish up before we head out. I think I may skip Salt Springs because I gotta make some time. My Bimini's holding water in some places. It probably could use replacing. We're just gonna go ahead and pull the anchor up and head to where we're gonna go tonight, which I got on Argo, and I made a lot of notes and was doing some calculating of the mileage and stuff we have left on our journey. Tonight we're gonna go to Clark's Creek, which is just a decent spot on the west side of the St. Johns River. We can be protected. The sun's coming out too, man. Ow! Sit my head looking at the camera like an idiot. Man, look at that. Where's the rainbow at, baby? I don't see it. Good, we need some sunshine for our solar panels. We're kind of behind the 8 ball on that, but we're still good. Man, the rain just stopped. It's time to go, apparently. Look at that. Ooh. Aha. Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak. Now we're good. Resume safe operation. So we don't have to idle all the way out this frickin' run here. Are we ready to run? I think we are. My prediction is that the lake is gonna be pretty calm. A lot of times what I've found is that the rain, something about it just disrupts the water surface or something, but it just flattens things out a lot of times. Now, granted, if you're out in the ocean, there's huge swells and stuff like that. Rain's not gonna stop that, but a lake like this, I think it just might. Snap! Watch where you going, Trip! Little more of this pasta meat sauce. What is that? God dang it. That's not a human hair. That's got like a fork in it. Can y'all see it? Thought I saw something in it the other day, but what is that? It's like the shape of a T. Golly. I'm telling what's in my food. I mean, the guy can't sell me. Here I am complaining about a little bitty T-shaped hair. And somebody got some split ends or something. Get up, Trip. Hi! Dog is like glass out here. Yes, this is what we want. Alright, we got just under 40 miles to get where we're going. So we better get started if we want to get done. 2:15 right now. Might have to turn me on some tunes for this ride. In a vehicle, I'd be pretty bored driving for hours, multiple days in a row. However, I never found myself bored on this trip. There was always something to keep me occupied, from navigating and trying to keep the most efficient route through the large sections of the river while keeping enough water under the boat, to spotting this, Sea Dory 25 or Adventure 26 out there, and then thinking of the next camera shot, then capturing it, and then just seeing what was around the next bend. A boat, some wildlife, or rough water. All these things came together for a challenge full of enrichment. Got another low bridge here, and this one looks lower than the other low one. Copy, standing by. Alright, we've been 32 miles. How far did I say we had? 53. Another 20 miles. We're getting there. So we're crossing some pretty big areas of the lake, and the wind's up, so it's white capping out here and a little nasty. We've kind of made the turn, and we're going more with the waves right now, so it's a lot easier to control the boat. It was taking a lot of action on the wheel for me to get us through all that back there, keep us straight, and to keep us from dodging the crab pots. was the ride. This is some brown water, y'all. It's only like 3.5 feet here, but it's some brown water. Not very inviting for a trip dip. Just have to get the bucket in the cockpit. Oh, great. We've got some flies, like house flies. Yeah, I got you, jokers. Finally packed me a fly swatter. Where you at? Come on. Oh, now you scared. Need to hang this up then. Somewhere where they can see it. There's one. Sucker! Gotcha! Tell your friends about me. Here we go. Yes! I'm gonna have dead flies all over the boat, but that's okay. Revenge is mine. They've been getting me for a long time. Finally brought a fly swatter. So we were on our way a total of about 4 hours and 45 minutes. That's a pretty good trek. Fortunately, from here on out, I have shorter days planned. With more, like, exploring the town or whatever I'm at. 28 miles from downtown Jacksonville. Is it really that far? So that won't take us but a couple hours tomorrow. And that'll be our kind of halfway point where we're going to actually turn around and come back south. You know what? Let's check on our battery. See how much our solar's charged today. We're up to 85%. I'd say that's pretty good. It's 6 o'clock now. We're still getting 70, 72 watts input. It's fantastic. I'm glad I did that solar upgrade. That's really helped us out. Boy. Oh man, I forgot about these. Oh, Mac Snacks. Oh boy. Hope I filmed that shower scene. Intro to the shower. Look, I got a lot of black shorts. I'll wear something different tomorrow for you guys though. Alright, I'm a brand new man now. Feels good to get fresh. Officially clean. Pick these up at a Piggly Wiggly. And I got some junky dark chocolate from the Dollar General. Chocolate and chickaroons. Let's try it. Mexican Crunch Bar.
Then it wasn't long before the sun was setting on us yet again. Fortunately, this little nook in the west side of the river was going to be calm all night with the forecasted wind direction and gentle wind speeds. And from this spot, we couldn't see much of the sunset, but to the east, we should be in a good spot for sunrise in the morning.
successfully made it to Jacksonville. Now I want to find a public dock to pull up to. I think that maybe them right there, but it's not. It's kind of wakey in here. When the 3 Navy boats just went through, they were, you know, throwing up some wake, but it's a no wake zone, so maybe it's not too bad. So there's a lot of current in here. It looks like the Navy guys are coming back, so 3 more patrol boats coming back, so maybe they're going back and forth. Oh wow, there is a big Navy boat over here. It looks like a tour boat, you know, one you can go check out, so we're gonna go check it out. I don't know, destroyer or something, I don't know, one of them boats. I'm right here by the ship. What would you guys think the depth would be around here? Well, it's not what I expected. 2 feet. Come on. I just would have assumed it was deeper than that. Wonder how many people come up in here in a bigger boat and find the bottom. That thing's definitely pretty neat. I'd love to tour one of those one day. So what are we going to do now? We've got an outgoing tide, which is good because we are headed towards the Atlantic. But we're going to jump off in the ICW first. Decent ways, actually. Oh, wow. And we'll head down, get fuel at the Windward Beach Marine. Yeah, it's getting time for fuel. You can see our port tank, this level. I just turned that one off, switched to my starboard tank. It is at this level, whatever you want to call that. They're getting low. They're not going to make it all the way to Titusville. Since we're not stopping, it's creeping up on 11 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and have some breakfast. I got some fancy sardines today. These are Brunswick. Yeah. We'll also have some more ground beef. Breakfast of champions. I did season this batch a little differently. It's got red pepper flakes, some Italian seasoning, some other stuff in it. You know, even a little variety. I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking, how's he eating like the same few things for so many days? When I'm out here doing this, I can, whatever. I don't care what I eat. I do like eating some good stuff, but I'm still happy eating this. Then one of my favorite things is cruising through the big commercial shipping areas and seeing things like this naval boat in this floating dry dock being worked on. I was lucky enough to be here just in time to spot the Culligan man offloading the empty jugs. Now that's a beautiful boat, and I couldn't help but wonder what its purpose was and how I'd love to go out on it, learning and filming the experience. Then there were these guys working on the bridge. What we're looking at here is a moderately sized floating barge with a cherry picker lift on it, and that thing is stretched way up there to the side of the bridge. No telling how high that thing is and how much it's moving and swaying up there in the wind and waves. All I know is I would love to do that for one day. Next was a large shipping container yard with more guys on cherry pickers doing some maintenance. Now I was able to catch a bit of the action as I passed by where they were loading containers on awaiting trucks. Now I've never seen the process in person, but this is a large part of what makes our world go round. Then to think this is surely one of the smaller ports and just how much goes into transporting goods around the world. Yet another boat I would love to bring my camera aboard and learn about. After that, we still had a decent ways to go out the St. Johns River until we found our right turn towards the south into the Intracoastal Waterway, where we would then start journeying back towards our start point. And the farther down the river we went, the larger the ships and the ports became. The wind is just brutal. It affects how the boat handles. Of course, it affects the surface of the water. I mean, you see all this white out here. Some of it's white caps, but some of it is just like froth that is being blown up and stuff. Oh, I think we officially just entered the Intracoastal Waterway. We are now southbound towards our start point, essentially Titusville, Florida. Thank y'all so much for coming along on the adventure. We still have a few more days left. No telling what's going to be in store. It's always an adventure. We've proven that. All right, folks, take care. God bless. I'll see y'all in the next one. Catch part 2. Click it now or save it. You got to watch it.